Is Christian Light Education Language Arts enough for reading? Okay. So, first of all, every child is different. Okay. I'm just going to tell you how we kind of fell into place here. Okay. My second grader came out of Catholic elementary school and was going into probably half a kindergarten level. He was at like a level AB. And we were really struggling. So going to third grade, he technically was in the middle of a kindergarten, almost first grade level. Okay. So we started with Language Arts 1 for him. This is now my second grader doing Language Arts 1. And it was enough for us because he could read a little bit. It wasn't like the very beginning. So he was able to fill in those gaps with Language Arts 1 Christian Light Education. Now, my kindergartner who came out was starting first grade, started with their Learning to Read program. And the reason why I bring that up is because the Learning to Read program technically is the start of kindergarten going into first grade for Christian Light Education. And halfway through Learning to Read, you start with your language arts. And it's a little bit of review from Learning to Read in the language arts. And it just fills in all of those little tiny gaps that the kids may not have remembered from like 2 months ago. And then we're coming back to it because Christian Light Education is so spiral. This is why I love them. Okay. So first, in another video, I talked about doing like the pre-test for your child. I always recommend the pre-test no matter what level you're going into. I'm pretty sure when kids are starting with first grade, they say just start with level 1 for language arts. That worked great for us. Because in any curriculum you go to or switch to, there's going to be gaps. So going from, if I'm reading that correctly, you did all about reading level 1, they're going to have different things that they learn there that they either don't learn here yet or should have already learned. Okay. So it's going to fill in some gaps. I never use 2 curriculums at the same level because like I said, they teach different stuff. So I would stick to 1 and then add in supplements. So I wouldn't do 2 full curriculums. I would add in supplements. So like this is a math book, but like the Evan Moore books, comprehension books. Hold on. Okay, when I brought that up, it made me think of these. I got these probably a year ago for the summertime. Reading comprehension books, Evan Moore, have been great. They are shorter stories with the comprehension questions. Writing. Okay, writing. I don't know all about reading, but Christian Light Education in their language arts does have writing. And obviously they do have reading. Christian Light Education does have a reading program. I was not a fan of it, only because the stories were not relatable to my kids. They were longer. I think I also was trying to have them read all of the stories, which I should have been reading most of the story. It just was a lot. So I decided to stop the reading program and really do like these reading and writing books. Now my older son is in the level 2 language arts. He's doing creative writing. He's doing a lot of spelling. So like once you get into level 2, it's definitely more in-depth, comprehensive, I guess you call it, rigorous, that kind of stuff. But even doing like smaller books, if you are all set for all about reading and you love that and that works great for you, awesome. I would add in supplements if you think that your child needs more. If you want to switch to language arts, Christian Light Education, first of all, you're going to love it. I love it. Definitely do the pre-testing. Pre-testing first, because every time you switch from one curriculum to another, there's going to be gaps. Not that your child didn't learn it. Every curriculum teaches different things at different levels and different parts, okay? So I highly recommend the pre-testing. Christian Light Education is technically more advanced than state standards. So like level 1 is technically doing grade 2 items. My son is in level 3 language arts. He's in 4th grade, but he's doing all the same stuff that they do here in the New Jersey public schools. I kind of check in and just make sure we're on the same page kind of. So I highly recommend Christian Light Education. Here's the thing, when I was looking for curriculums, I wanted just to pick that curriculum and it to be good for, and not have to switch, you know. I haven't looked at anything else. I've heard about all about reading, but because this has been so great, I haven't really looked into it because I love this so much. My kids are doing so well with it. And I'm not one to talk about something that's like iffy. I love Christian light education, and I can almost guarantee you will too.